Hey guys, I'm back with our market update part 2 with specialty sets and also joining together. So let's get started. So some predictable market things. So joining together, they dropped. The booster box dropped like a little less than $10. Let's say 5 to 10. I think it was at like 245 or something. Um, and demand kind of went down a lot after that. So and it was a very significant drop. It was like 100 to like 80 to 90s, always like 30 or 50. So I said that was like about 50% to even that was about like 50% drop. Like if you compare the lows of like 80s to 30, that's a pretty big drop. Um, but predictively, I said that like, hey, come on, guys, it's gonna release very soon, and demand is already picking back up just slightly. It went from 35 to like 50, and now we're hitting the 63s again. I think people are realizing, yeah, like this is gonna be an expensive box. Get it while you can. I don't know the exact pricing of what it will be at release day, but um, yeah, I do know that booster boxes, they are not like as really available. Like a lot of stores don't sell booster boxes. This isn't like prismatic, um, releasing more ETBs all the time. Like booster boxes, for the most part, I think mostly you can just get them from the vending machines. And LGSs are gonna sell like instantly. And the big box stores don't typically get them. GameStop gets a little bit, but yeah, it's not really that much. Um, so yeah, compared to like ETBs, these things are gonna be more rare. Although like I say that, but these things are selling the worst price per pack compared to like ETBs booster bundles. But yeah, as predicted, um, demand is going a little back up even at this price points. And on the other side of that, these ETBs, which are kind of overpriced, the main reason they went just price jump of $90 to $30 more is because they literally ran out of TCG player, and then people were able to decide the price on that. So um, yeah, like I wasn't really sure what the demand was as of the other day on the 12th because I knew that it was not available for some time. I didn't know how accurate that third amount was. But even yesterday, it sold for about 34, so it's kind of consistent. So we're just gonna kind of see like how many people are willing to buy this. Um, I did see some sales on eBay. Like I looked through like trading together, and I was like, okay, so this is sold. How many like normally TVs do I see? I don't see like a lot. So like the caveat to that is like I feel like TCG players selling more regular ETBs than eBay, even at this higher price. So um, it's kind of I'm really curious like where this thing goes. Like, is it really that much worth it for just that one card for the end card? I also just feel like ETBs have gotten like a new um, breath of fresh air. Like ETBs used to be pretty hated, and honestly, like they still kind of are to some extent. But there's just been so much hype with the Pokemon Star ETB. Also, with the Pokemon Star ETBs raising the normal promo price with the stamp promos, there's just been a little bit more love for ETBs. Scarlet Violet definitely is a lot different for normal ETBs with the promo cards. And then, prismatic ETBs, like a lot of people hear the special sets like 151 prismatic and Palladium Fates, and they'll just have more like positive connection to ETBs because there's been so many good specialty sets lately, which that's not always the case. Like we had like Pokemon Go um, back in the day, which is like really bad. Um, and like booster bundles are about the same in terms of price as well. Yeah, the prices for all these things are about the same as they were like yesterday. Demand is I don't know, not really. Can't really make a huge judgment call of demand. Like definitely during this period over here, in early to mid March, it's increased. But other than that, it's kind of consistent. Okay, let's move on to 151. So 151, the main differences were the ETBs went up. Normal ETBs went up about $4. While regular PCTBs went down about $9, and Alakazam boxes went back up to went back up to 65. Um, so some notes on the graphs. So booster bundle demand had a little bit short drop around here, but now they're kind of actually going back up. It's like the 150s and 160s, which is kind of interesting. Currently, the price per pack, what a calculation is still like about $11 for packs and bundles. And then Blooming Water packs are about 10.40, so it's still quite a bit of a discount, 60 cents for a pack. It really does add up over time. But yeah, bundles are kind of coming back, and yeah, I'm kind of wondering how this will go. Like Blooming Waters has to run out eventually because there's only so much of it. It's definitely not like it doesn't feel like Sea and Sky where it's just like there's so much of it. But we do have a bunch of like 151 mini tin drops recently, which will also affect the price of things. Um, yeah, the Ultra Premium collections. I don't know how much I mentioned this yesterday. I don't know how many of these are sold by the time I did the video yesterday, but yeah, a lot of them were sold yesterday at 19. It's quite a big outlier compared to normal. Just yeah, like recently in this March 12th to 14th period, there's been like just a lot more compared to normal. The price hasn't really moved from yesterday though, and I do see quite a few boxes at this 365 mark anyway. This is the regular ETBs. Demand's about the same, but the price did go up. This is the packs. So the packs been up lately technically, but it's a little low for the what's been happening lately at 65. But it's been higher than like in this early March sort of period, late February, early March. But still good to see packs being bought. It's just really interesting. Like, why would you buy packs when you can get Blooming Waters for way cheaper? PC TBs they went down a little bit. Um, just look at that. So 462. Like yeah, there's two boxes over here. I'm guessing like these people like listed their boxes versus the 475. But PCTBs are more volatile because there's only so many boxes. Binders they were kind of stagnating for a while. This was like the largest period of no sales. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. I haven't seen like 5 days off sales in them. Actually, I don't remember the last time I ever saw it. Like this is I think 4 days. So yeah, and then like three were bought yesterday, one bought today. So yeah, binders are still being bought and they're still maintaining their high prices. So yeah, I'm really wondering how the prismatic binders go if the 151 binders do this well. And then Blue and Water demand, it's still pretty high, about 30 boxes a day. It's only 273. Yeah, eventually these will start running out. Like I don't see as many people like saying they get these. I don't think they have stockpiles of these like they have Sea and Sky. A lot of them are definitely being opened. So, but yeah, it's still definitely still the cheapest way to get 151 packs. Um, yeah, speaking of 151, like I usually do this later, but Crown Zenith is um on a runaway train right now. So the packs have been going up, and like the packs have been about 840 for a while, and they're like 810 before that, and now they're reaching like 874, and it even seems guys like at a new high of like seems like it just keeps going up. It's like 117, the 119, the 120, then 125, 124, then 128. Like it's $9 a pack. Um, and like it's crazy because like these things you buy them for like 270, like $3 a pack about. Maybe like 320 or something, and it's just really insane. And I think what we're seeing is I like I haven't seen any Sea and Sky drops lately, so I'm glad I have those like restock and drop videos because it tells me like what how the market's kind of shifts. Like I get questions on those videos like what's the point of posting them, and some of it's because then you'll know how the prices will change of the general market. If you see a bunch of Sea and Sky still being sold, then you know that Crown Z it has a lot of resistance to go up. But I haven't seen like any recently. Like I saw this like Walmart Reggie Lecky box being sold, but like I'm like really wondering if they're like out of Sea and Sky, they're really gonna stop printing it because we're getting close to 151 pricing. Like actually like 151 pricing is what did I say like $11 a pack. Um, $11 a pack, but you know Blue and War is like 1040. So let's compare it to a low of like 1040 and it's really not that far. Like if I look at like especially look at Sea and Sky versus Blooming Waters, like Sea and like Blooming Waters is just about $1 more per pack. So it's kind of insane. Like holding Crown Zenith is kind of similar to 151, and even like it's usually even cheaper than 151. I feel like so. Yeah, that's just really insane to me. Let's look at the graphs a little bit. Yeah, it's just it really do feel like without the reprints, it's really kind of a runaway train. There were 125 bought yesterday, which affects the price. And I do feel like it can be a little more volatile than 150. It has the potential just because there's so many packs available. But I don't know. Also, 151 is gonna be more hyped than Crown Zenith, I feel like. But the thing is that everyone knows that Crown Zenith is on like its last legs. Like like 151 should be not printed kind of soon technically based on like the dates. But Crown Zenith should really not be printed soon based on the dates. And yeah, people even if they're holding a ton of packs, like the value just gonna go up because where else are you gonna get it from? So like there's some amount like yeah, there's people who know like don't sell too low. And it's definitely a really popular pack to buy on like for reprint shippers. Seeing this guy, yeah, demand is pretty decent, like 20, like 10, like 14 to 20, sometimes like 10 a day. Um, bundles have been kind of a little up lately, or they've been kind of like at this middle average of like 10 lately. There's some like slower periods like four. I think bundles went up like $2 or something. They went up like $1. And then here are the currency at the ETPs, which there's none sold yesterday. The comparison between CS Sky is getting closer to the bundle price, so it'll be kind of interesting when those get closer. That should push up the bundle price, and then that should also push up the ETP price. And then yeah, it's kind of weird doing prismatic glass, but I guess I'm doing prismatic glass. Prismatic, the ETBs went up about $1, bundles went down about $2, and then two pack blisters went up about $2. Yeah, we're seeing like the bundles drop even more. So it's like less than $12. It's like 11.90. So this is like the cheapest you get prismatic in a pretty long time. Um, like you could technically get for 11.80, but you know that's also a bundle thing. But you know they're trending toward $13. But a lot of the other items they're not really going down that much. Like loose packs are still going for 13. I see posters are going for 12.62. Like bundles are the only discount, and yeah, I was like, so I'm a little iffy on it. So like a lot of my brain, like without overthinking it, is saying this can only last so long. I am seeing just a small chink in the armor. I think that like the current quantity was at 1600 yesterday. Because this quantity has been going up since like I started like look at the bundles recently. It was like 1200, then once like 1500, then once like 1600, something like that. And now it's kind of retracted back from 1600 something to 1500 something, which might not seem like a big deal to you, but well, like if I just it doesn't absolutely look like a big deal, but I'm just looking for these signs. It's like, hey, is this number ever going to go down? Are we ever going to run out of bundles? The bundles are indeed very popular. The bundles have always been very popular. Um, and yeah, they still like the demand isn't really dropping much. It's like 200 yesterday. Um, because like technically, think about like two if the quantity was exactly 1500 or 1600, it would take just a week for these all to sell out. Um, so yeah, there's definitely it kind of depends how much it slows down. But if I look at 151 bundles, like those are still going crazy. So there's a chance that like this is kind of short lived. I saw like a Danny Phantom video said that we don't have more prismatic coming out for like a month and a half until the pouches like release. And so like this stuff should pretty much run out. And the fact that like the other price points, the price per packs are remaining pretty strong, kind of support that. It's like okay, everyone's like, go ahead, buy your bundles, and then come back and see what else is left. Like we're not gonna drop our prices. That's kind of what I'm kind of seeing. But the fact that it does have another sets on other things though is that the prices have been kind of stagnant lately. Um, and that's a little scary for Prismatic in the sense of like, um, if this slowdown is just causing a short blip in the stagnation, then like what's gonna happen once the bundles start to dry up? Um, but okay, 151 UTBs. They're about 50 to 70 bucks a day. Um, the bundles are selling for that amount. And then loose packs are still doing quite well. It's like 200 packs a day. Even though they're more expensive, like it's kind of crazy to me. I don't get why people spend more money on these packs. Um, the mini tins they kind of recovered, and people bought more yesterday at about 14. The 2 pack blisters, the man's been kind of mellowed out. Like they're definitely not as popular as the bundles. The bundles did were like people bought a lot the first day, but like people are like, yeah, whatever these EV things. Especially because they're paying for the extra promo, which adds to the cost. Surprise boxes, they were kind of going up in demand, but now they're kind of back down to about 10 to 14. There's always like about 200 available. It's interesting how it's so consistent. Pokemon Star ETB, demand's been a little higher lately, 4 to 6. Poster collections, or binder collections. Binder collections. So demand has kind of steadied out at about 12 to 13 bucks a day. Price is a little lower, and like again, I think people are looking out for this because of just the 151 binder collection effect. Um, and then these super premium collections, people are still buying these. Like it's just insane. Like people are buying even more of these. Like there's a 8 bought the other day. Now there's still like 10 bought like yesterday. Um, at this outrageous like 475 price. Um, yeah, I don't know, man. It's just don't buy that price. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks, guys.